afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Greg here again with another kit review. Coming fast and thick and fast at the moment. As you can see, it's the new Meng King Tiger 135 scale, and it's quite a nice box art, as you can see. It's Meng, and it's actually got, I think it's something to do with the tank museum, some reference points and things like that with the tank, so it should be fairly correct, you would have thought. So it's a Meng kit. So the box art, and let's say on the sides we have a colour call out for the calf with the bloody hell, mine's gone blank. Can't think, I'll come back to it. Camouflage, and there's all big AK paints on this one, but I don't usually use AK, I use Tamiya, so I'll find the colour codes for them, change them in there into that. On the side of the box, just to say that, and the actual kit number is there, is Sd.Kfz.182, and it's one of the Tyrannosaurus Rex kits. You can see there's a tank museum and AVF modeler, so it's quite nice. And on the other side again we have a bit of brief history and a bit of the kit info. You're going to hold that and you can read that. And we have another colour call off at another. It's the Wehrmacht Poland in September 1944. See the night charge on the turret. That's got a Zimmerit on there. So, without further ado, we'll open the box and see what plastic we've got in here. I've had a quick look through it. Close it, open your eyes. It's the colour is quite amazing on this kit. I shall see what I want to eventually. It's quite a deep box. There's plenty of plastic, and there we go. Look at the colour of that. I've never seen nothing like that. Hey, I've never seen any colour like that. So I'll do what I normally do. I shall just remove that across there out of the way, and we'll start with the turret. We'll start with the sprues. And the knife. Never find it. Never get to it what I wanted. There we go. So this is the first sprue. As you can see, that's on the lower of the turret. This, there we go. There's nice detail on that. That's underneath the turret as well, so that's a very promising start. See, that's it says Meng, Meng on there, so that's obviously Sprue from Meng. And this, because it has individual tracks, or link and length tracks, I think it is, I'm not too sure, where it gives you a form for the sag, which is a nice idea. So you should get a perfect sag with that. And then we have the front mantlet and the mud guards. And if you, I've got two. This is to go inside this one, so it gives you sort of the thickness of the actual armour. So if you have a look at that, you can see the cast texture on that is superb. I don't want to do anything to zoom it on top of that. Why you hide that? That's superb. Well, so that's the first one. There's the for the engine grills. I think that's one you fold over. There's a mantle up there, a bit of a commander's cupola. I'm not too sure what that part is. Oh yeah, I do. I think it's part of the form for the of making the grill, bending the grill cover over. I think it is. But see, it's a nice garish colour, isn't it? You can leave it like that and it's just factory new then. Right, any colour. Right, so the next sprue. Looks like engine covers, fan covers, bit of bracing, and there again, on the front mantlet again, can we see that? Got the texture as well on that, got the texture on that. Really, really nice. Imagine doing that and getting the nice wash on that and bringing it right out. Yeah, some of the Pioneer tools are quite nice. They got the tow ropes. There's a bit of internal. So I believe you can buy an internal kit to put in this if you really wanted to. So there's a bracing for inside the main hull. There's a hammer, spade, hand crank, and then obviously we have the engine covers, fan covers, two hatches for the front for the driver and the bow gunner and radio man. And these, say we've been a make it into an internal version. You've got these forms that go on the inside of the hull for your suspension to go in. And if you look at that side where the suspension goes in, the little things to put your, like, you can only put them in one way as such, so you can only get the suspension the right way. So obviously you don't see all these, so it's inside the tank, and there that appears through into the on the outside. Oh yeah, sorry. We are on the outside, which is quite nice. So they're on the inside, I beg pardon, and that is on the outside. But you're only going to see the small holes. You're not going to see any of this bit here with all these sinkholes on. You're not going to see any of that. That's quite nice. Now look at the side skirts, or what do you want to call them, mud guards. There again, they've got that nice texture. It doesn't got much of a texture as the other two, but it's still got a bit of a texture on it. It's more like rolled steel, the other ones, and a cast texture really, which I think these are. Yeah, really is more of a rolled steel, which is nice. Very nice indeed. There's plenty of plastic. Look at that. Right, we have more parts with the top of the turret, which again has got that nice cast texture again, and the weld seams, as you can see again, superb. And we've part of the upper hull. A few other bits and pieces. You've got a choice of two mantlets. I don't know what the real difference is. I'll have to have a look at them properly to see what the real difference is, but to me they just look the same. Again, they've got a nice cast texture on them as well. Superb. And then obviously you've got the jack. And if you look at look at the detail on that jack box. I've never seen anything as good as that. There we are. Look at the texture on that. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then we have the covers for the exhausts, the mantlet for the bow machine gunner, mud guards, more bits and pieces. Got the jack there, which again is nicely detailed, and a few engine hatches and covers, some internal parts, and the main gun, which is slide moulded, which is nice. I believe some of these kits, if you're lucky, you get a metal barrel in them, but you didn't in this one. But yeah, so there's only 1, 2, 3 connection points, and a small. There's not even no seam and nothing, so that should be nice and easy to clean up. So that's quite nice. And so you've got two mantlets, are very similar. There must be some subtle difference, and I can't tell if anybody can tell, or anybody got any information why they're different and how they're different. Please let me know. See, there's the back. Got that texture again on the latch cover at the back of the turret. Again, it is nicely done. And on the mud guards, you see the mud guards, they've got them on as well. There's 2 figures in here which I didn't realise you got. I've actually opened them because I've pinched some off one for now. I've got clear parts, which is self-explanatory. We have vision blocks and some for the commander's cupola by the looks of things. I won't get them out, but they look nice and clear. Quite a few little bits and pieces on there. Actually, the 2 figures, one just a bust, sorry, just the upper half, and one a full one. They're okay, quite nicely detailed. Quite nicely detailed there. Back on that, go in and see. Let's turn the light a little bit over here maybe. There we go. Quite nicely detailed. Individual heads obviously, and hands. Is that a hand as well? A gun. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's his hat, sorry, I thought it was a hand. Yeah, individual hats. Very nice. Goggles, pistols, pistol holsters. Yeah, we've got a commander's hat and a normal hat. The Wehrmacht. Black, I presume they'll be all dressed in. Yeah, it's a nice bonus. Didn't realise they were in the kit until I had a quick rummage through it yesterday. Just pinched the earphones off there for another kit that I'm doing until I find another one. Right, we'll have a look at the lower hole. So we've got some polycaps, which is nice to see, which I'll put them straight back. Sorry. Nice polycaps obviously for the wheels, which is nice, so you can pop them off and on when you're painting, it's no problem, makes it a lot easier. Right, as you can see with the lower holes, all the holes, all this is for the internal part that you can buy separately, of course. Also I presume all them injector marks will be covered up with the things that you're putting in there. So it says on there, if you can read that, I can't even read that when it comes to it. Where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, there we are. Meng 2000, is that 15 or 16? Okay, 16. So it's a new kit, newish kit. So it's even got cast texture, sorry, rolled steel texture underneath. That's brilliant, absolutely fantastic. All the engine hatches, sorry, covers and escape hatches, the bits and pieces. I don't know about this here, if obviously you're not going to see underneath there, but I might be tempted just to fill all these holes in along there with a bit of the old white Vallejo stuff I use. Yeah, I'm not too sure, I don't want that light bleeding through. I don't know if you probably won't, but I won't take that risk. I'll put it on from the bottom and smooth it out. You're not going to see the bottom, but yeah, nice. Nice again. I'll pop that away. Right, and we get some of the interesting parts, which is the wheels and some of the track. Really link and length track. Let's pop that there a second. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues the same, so obviously we're just going to use the one at the moment. So obviously all the wheels, lovely detail on the wheels. Let's say the suspension arms, which are all nicely detailed again. Lovely detail on the wheels. And some of the track links, which are nicely detailed again. On there, and there's one of the main parts of the track. Link and length, and they do look nice, I must admit. They do look nice. Let's have a look on the other side, see if there's any injection marks. Even better, no injection marks at all. So there's no filing, no nothing. Obviously you take them off the sprue, there's none on there either. It's a real bonus. So you've only got the 2 connection points, one each end to worry about. And then again the wheel details on the other side, both sides have got the wheel details. Again, the texture on that, even on the running, on the suspension arms, it's got nice texture on there as well, can you see that? It's a shame it's going to be covered, but you know, it's nice it's there. So like I say, there's 4 sprues like that. And then we have just 2 sprues, which is more parts of the wheels and tracks. Again, so I'll take the one out. So we have the We have the Sprocket, which is lovely detail again, the transmission cover, and the idler wheeler for the back, which is all nicely detailed again, some small bits and pieces, some more track. Again, we have no injection marks on any of the sides. Again, everything's there is nicely moulded. See what injection marks there are, which is on the back of there you're not going to see. By looking at a three-piece idler wheel, which is unusual. We've got 1, 2, 3 parts of it. So that's probably going in the centre, and then these two on the outside of it, which is different. So they're all nicely detailed yet again. Can't argue with them. All the small grab handles and other bits and bobs. So it says 2 screws like that. So and then we come to the final piece of plastic as such. We have, this is a bit different. Let me change the back on that. This is a bit different. Having the let's start off with the lovely texture again on the upper hull, and the nice cog teeth for the turret. Even on the engine hatch, engine covers, you've got that nice rolled texture, rolled steel texture, and the plates and the weld lines, absolutely superb. And then on the rear as well, we've still got that, which is lovely texture again. We've got the tow cable, and then we have a bit of a letdown here, but apart from we got a 2-piece muzzle brake, which is a shame. You know, if you can see, if they'd done a slide moulded the gun, they should have slide moulded the turret, but it's not going to take much to get the seam out of there. A couple of I don't know if they're for the outside. There's a track cleaning rods, and then we have the turret. See, there's an actual sprue inside the actual upper hull, so everything's got to be built on the upper hull. This isn't just one mass of plastic. So we have a nice, we have a nice cast texture again. If you can catch that on the light again, and the weld detail on the front of that is superb. And the other one goes into the back of that to give you the scale thickness. That's really nice. I love the detail on that. It's a shame if you ever wanted to cover that with Zimmerer. I don't think I would. So there again, they're all nicely detailed again. Really nice. Right, that's all the plastic, I think. We have the decals, which look quite nice. They're made by Meng. I don't really need to get them out of there. So there's a couple of numbers. There's the Black Knight, and there's 223 and 324, and you know, a few numbers you can make out of that, which is nice again. And then we have a bit of photo etch for the grill covers, and some of the little bits and bobs. Looks like brackets, and what I'm going to call it for the tools, I would have thought. Some nice little bits and pieces in there. It's quite thick. Well, it's got a bit of cardboard behind it, but this is more like stainless steel, or not stainless, like a steel more than a brass. But really nicely moulded, or whatever they call them, moulded, or whatever they are. They made these things, printed, stamp, whatever. Look nice. So that's all the plastic, and then we get to the important part. We have here, it says special. It's almost like a certificate. Yeah, almost like a certificate. Well, telling you that some in Russian. Special thanks to blah blah blah, Chris Ball, James Boeing, David Parker. And I think David Parker is something to do with the Tank Museum in Bovington. I'm sure he's like a director or manager or something. So it's almost like a little thanks to your valuable suggestions and help, we get a better King Tiger. Obviously we have it in English, Korean, Japanese, and looks like Russian. So that's nice to keep. But, I've never seen that before. And then we have a colour call out for the 4 kits. So we have the which is the 503 Wehrmacht in Hungary in 1944. Nice colours. I like the way they can get the top of it done this time as well, and the rear, so you're not guessing what the top looks like, so that's quite nice. On the reverse we have the 509 of Wehrmacht Hungary in 1945, obviously in winter. Got a bit of winter camo there. And then the inside. It was inside when I got to it before. And then another two, which is we get 505 Wehrmacht in Poland 1944, and the Ardennes in December 1944. So we'll start with the Ardennes. I still can't remember the name of the camouflage with the dots. Brain's just gone dead. And then we have the other one as well, which is in Poland, 505 Poland 1944. Again. Ambush, that's the one. I couldn't think of ambush camouflage, which I might do that one. I've never done one with ambush camouflage, so I'll probably do that one. So all the colours are the same, and it's pity they're all just one company, but I can find the to me ones. And then we have it's an instruction booklet, which is nice. It's a bit like like reconditioned, like it's been unusual paper, as if it's been reprocessed or whatever you want to call it. There's a bit of a write-up on there telling you about it. It's me, the tiger sniffs the rose, whatever they're all about. David Parker, yeah, he's the guy from the Tank Museum in Bovington. And a bit more gumph again in the foreign languages, in the Japanese and Russian, and there's a bit more information again in Chinese or Japanese, and again there's lots of information about the Tiger Henschel turret. Well, it's quite nice. There's a lot of a little booklet with a lot of detail in, and then there's that thing again we got, special thanks. And then we get to the instruction sheet, which obviously we know all about that, tools that you need, and do not feed it to babies and all that kind of stuff. So the first page is obviously, as we normally start, it's the wheels. So putting all the wheels together in polycaf, which is nice, fairly straightforward, nicely laid out. And then the lower hull, and these parts I was on about, that go inside the actual lower hull, and you only see the other parts, and then they're part of the transmission cover. And then carrying on, these are the braces to go inside the tank. So obviously when you if you decided to build the one with all the interior, then the option is there for you. And then obviously we're starting to put suspension arms on, some other bits and pieces underneath the hull, and then we're starting to put the wheels on, which I probably worn at that time, even though I've got the poly caps on. And then 5 again, and we're starting to put the idler wheel and the sprocket on. And then self-explanatory, the rear of the tank, putting the still can't remember, C shoes for the tracks, the jack box, some of the little bits and pieces, and then we're carrying on with the exhausts. It's all fairly straightforward, and then the shroud for the exhaust over the top of that. It's giving you 2 options for that as well, so I'll have to see what the differences between them are. Yeah. It's in Russian and English, so I'll have to read that later. And then we're starting to put the rear of the hull at the bottom, and there's that bracing again for the internal and the shackles, and then we're starting to do the track onto the former. So it's fairly self-explanatory, which is nice. And then obviously when you've got the main parts done, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double parts, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the double parts. So we've got 12 on that side for the rear, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for the front. Which is going to be quite nice. It should be relatively easy to put them in, you hope, he says. And then we're starting off with the upper hull. So that's part I thought it was for the upper hull again. This is for the internal stuff again. And then we have the back the plate again on the front. Give you the scale thickness for the armour. And then obviously you have a bit of detail in there if you wanted to put the internal stuff in again. And then we start on the upper hull again and putting some bits and pieces together. The top of the hull has to go in top of there. A ball mount for the machine gun. Whatever that was, and flat. And then again carrying on again with some more upper stuff on the inside of the hull, periscopes, and then putting the PE onto the engine covers. Obviously all that's to get on top of there, and then we're starting on the engine covers themselves. All the little bits and pieces, again fairly self-explanatory. Carrying on with the upper hull again is positioning all these sub-assemblies onto it, and this is the for one of the engine covers or air fans, and then there's a former. You do get a former with it, so that's quite nice. See that? It's in the corner there, so we should be able to get it spot on. And then obviously we're putting all these parts onto the upper hull, and then we're putting the upper hull to the lower hull, which I won't do at that time obviously because I wanted on the wheels and things yet. And then a lot of the rear end stuff, like the jack, bracing for the jack, the rear muck guards, the light and the light wire, side skirts or muck guards, and the front muck guards. And then we're starting on the turret again, which you've got a lot of detail on the inside as well, just in case you wanted it. It's very self-explanatory again. There's no breech in this one, but there again, if you did look at the internal one again, so that's fairly self-explanatory. That into there. Carrying on again, then you put the lid on it, and then the front mantlet and all the glass parts for the commander's cupola, and then the rear hatch, little handles, this, that and the other, and we've got all the track hangers, more stuff on the top of the like periscope covers and things like that. That's the right side, left side, and we're starting to put the tracks on, and the gun mantlet, putting that together. And then we're finally assembling the gun. It's a shame it's I can't never seen the machine gun. I'll have to look through all that again and find it. It looks quite nicely detailed there. The bullets come out of it onto the air. Yeah, nice. And more little covers to go on the hatches for the drivers and radio operator, and for the hatch for the commander's cupola. And it's all assembled. And then you got the little tank assembled, and then painted and gives you the colours. And that's it. And on the back we have a sprue map, which I would put on the front, but there you go. So that's quite a nice looking kit. Look forward to building that. Love the texture on the turret and on the main hull. So that's about it. So I'd just like you to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this, and thank you to all my subscribers. We'll catch you soon with another probably an update of the Tiger with the interior, as I'm nearly getting there, nearly finished it. So I'll catch you then. It's Greg signing off.